This is lesson 68 on pages 156 and 157, arithmetic means. Okay, on this lesson, it's arithmetic means is, it's probably just as easy to show you. What you're going to be given is arithmetic sequence, not a series. You're not adding them. You're just looking at the pattern of numbers, but you're given gaps in it. I guess that's probably the easiest way to say it. Like I'm given a sequence like this, and we are told that it's arithmetic because just looking at it, you might not be able to tell. We'll do geometric means in the next lesson, and that'll probably finish up our lessons on sequences and series. But here we're given a sequence, that has 3 terms in it, and we need to know the middle term. Well, we need to probably go back and review, and let me look and see if I have. The lesson probably that you'll want to go back and look at is lesson 62 and 63, because you're looking at the formula, the idea that a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now, I think you probably realize that if we knew the number we were adding to get from here to here and then here to here. Now, and there are ways to figure that out just by just doing arithmetic, but if you're using the formula, especially if you have several unknown numbers, it's probably quicker and easier just to follow that formula since we've been using it. Now, let's review what we know from this formula. We know a sub 1 is the first term, which we have, a sub 1. And then a sub 2 is the one we're looking for, and a sub 3 is one that we know. And you do need to label at least the first and the last term, because a sub n, if you recall, is a term in the sequence. And I don't think we've had that as a value that we've known. A lot of times that's what we're looking for, like the 5th term or the 12th term. But in this case, we know that a sub n it's any term other than the first one. So that would be 33, which is a sub 3. So 33 is this term, and n is 3. And then a sub 1 is 15, and then n minus 1 will be this one, which will be the 3 minus 1. And then the d is what we're going to solve for, because if I know d, then I can add it. Is d 1? 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 plus 1, 33. No, but you're looking for the number to add from here to get to here to get to the next one. So I don't think we solved for d in any of the arithmetic sequence terms. So be careful as you're substituting your values in, because a sub n is the term. So that's the 33, and you need to remember what term that is. That's why you want that labeled. And then a sub 1 is the first term. And then n minus 1, and in this case, I'm going to put the 3 minus 1, because the 3 minus 1, the 3 is the n, and then times the d, which is what we don't know. So let's do the algebra. We've got 33 is equal to 15 plus 2d. Now, it's a simple little a simple little equation. Subtract 15. You get 18 equals 2d, and d is 9. And again, you have easy ones. They're integers, no fractions, no decimals. Everything's nice and simple on these. So if d is 9, that means we're adding 9, as many terms as you need. So 15 plus 9 is 24. And it's a good idea to check it. And then 24 plus 9 is 33. So that one does work. Now, let's look at what happens when you have more terms. And you have to watch what it gives you. You got to watch as to how many blanks, and we're just looking for arithmetic means just means terms between the terms. So I'm going to label what I know, a sub 1, and I actually, if you're okay with it, I just a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, because that's what I need. I need the term and I need the number of the term. So if I go back to this formula, a sub n is the term, which is the 1. Then a sub 1 is the negative 8. N minus 1 will be, plus 4 minus 1. And honestly, if I'm doing this, I automatically just go ahead and put 3 there, but I want you to know where it comes from. Remember, it's these two. This is the 4th term, 4 minus 1, and the term is the 1. Clean it up. Add the 8 and you get D is equal to 3. Now your answer is filling in the blanks. So plus 3, negative 5, plus 3, negative 2, and plus 3 is positive 1. Always check to make sure that it does add out in the end. And let's do one with 3 blanks. And that's probably the most that I will give you, because once you get the pattern, you get what's going on. And you could have 10 blanks, but you get what you're filling in. So I'm going to do negative 38. And this is actually the way it's given on the classwork. It's given written with blanks in it. So in this case, I've got a sub 1, and then just count over, and I've got a sub 5. So if you were given one with 5 blanks or 10 blanks or whatever, just pay attention to what you're given. So a sub n, which I think my formula is still on the camera. So I've got a sub n, which is the negative 50, is equal to the first term, plus the n minus 1, which again I'm going to write it so you understand where it comes from, times the d, because that's what we need to know. What are you adding every time to get this? And it all comes down to dividing by 4. You're adding a number 4 times, and that's where that 4 comes from. So you've got negative 50 equals negative 38 plus 4d. Add the 38. Negative 12 equals 4d, so d is negative 30. So plus negative 3, negative 41. Plus negative 3, negative 44. Plus negative 3, negative 47. Plus negative 3, negative 50.